What's going on, guys? This is KNasty3090 here. Welcome back to another episode of the Toronto Blue Jays franchise, episode 39. We just finished the 2030 season. We're flying along in this. We somehow won our 7th straight World Series. The core of this team has been so freaking amazing. But there's some problems. I mean, you see this core. These first four, really. But 3 of those 4 are free agents. Bruno, Vlad, and Delgaudio. Also, Archie Bradley might retire, who's been the anchor to our bullpen. I mean, he's got 600-plus career saves. He's been really good. Nathaniel Lowe's a free agent. I'm not too worried about that. It is what it is. We might need to find a first baseman. We'll figure that out. But let's go into the offseason. See what happens. Anyone retire? Okay, so it's a good start. No one big retired on our team. The one I was worried about was Archie Bradley. Obviously did not retire. Mike Trout did retire as an Angel. 662 career home runs, a 296 average, and Correa retired. So 2 Hall of Famers, no doubt about it. All right. Hashimoto's a free agent too. God damn it. All right. So first things first, just qualify offers on Vlad, Bruno, and Delgaudio. Now, what do they want for money? Vlad wants a 5-year deal. He's still he hasn't really had that early decline that a lot of people do. I mean, he has 507 career home runs. He's 32. He could hit 700. I don't know how quick that declines. I don't want to go 5 years. I'll do 3. And his interest is still full. Bruno, he is declining. He's 32. This past year, he did hit 26 home runs, still 31 bags, 287 career average, 299 career average. He plays such an elite defense, but his durability is going down. And the thing with him, he's getting some milestones too, but I definitely want to keep him around. I'll do 3 with a player option. Hopefully he keeps that. Delgaudio, he's 29. He's still improving quite a bit. But what does he want? I'll do 4 with him. Hashimoto wants $21 million a year. He was getting $2 million a year before. That was a great contract. I'm going to give him a qualifying offer. I'm not going to keep him. Archie Bradley, a 1-year deal. I'll do that. Nathaniel Lowe, he wants $4 million. I might re-sign him at the end of the offseason as like a bench bat. I mean, good, can hit righties, can field a little bit. He struggled during the regular season for us with Seattle. He's been all over. Toronto, Seattle, Cleveland, 2 different teams. Baltimore, New York Mets, Tampa. I mean, he's played a bunch. All right, so that's done. Our staff is still good. So let's see what happens. We kept them all. We were able to keep them all. We got Vlad, Bruno, Delgaudio, and Archie Bradley. The core. I don't want to say the core 4, but because I think Brennan's in there too, but that's big. Our budget is still positive. Now, we are going to have to figure out some other things, but that's good. Good start. We're going to get an extra draft pick too. So arbitration. Ramirez had an okay year, a 3.76 ERA, so I definitely want to keep him around. But I don't want to overpay. 5.4 for 3 years, I think, is fair. He's not our ace, so I don't want him to think he's our ace. But we can keep him for reasonable money. And we have such a depth in the farm system too. It's actually close to like $6 million because he hates his role. Tom Lim, he's only 25, so definitely want to keep him around. 3 years at 5.4 as well. Again, he's not an ace, so I don't want him to think he's an ace. I mean, you're an 80, what is he, like an 80-something overall? 86, that's not an ace. Borbon had a really good regular season in the last 2 years. ERAs in the low to mid 2s. 1 more year till he's a free agent. So 3.5, I think, is fair. I think he's a free agent. We might be able to get a draft pick for him next offseason. Raul Castillo, a 26-year-old, he's a lefty. I just saw he bat switch. He's a switch hitter, but he can't hit. So I do want to keep him around. Now, how many years of service time? 3. So a 3-year deal for it's going to be closer to $4 million a year. We're paying our bullpen a little bit, but they're studs, so I'm okay with that. Mitch Donaldson, I may let him go unless he's dirt cheap. Yeah, 3.5. I won't even bother. Silva, our second baseman, actually really hasn't had a bad year. His potential is now a C, but I think for 2.8 is a great deal. I think he's good for his role. And then Mauricio, a shortstop who's like a bench guy. We can keep. Oh, he's 600,000. I was gonna say he's a bench guy, but for a couple 100,000 or more than that, 700K. But that seems fair. All right, Tender contracts now. We got Valdez, a reliever, had a really good year, so we definitely want to keep him around. He wants a long-term deal. He's not our closer. Well, not yet. So I'm just going to give him that. Aviles was our first baseman, so I'm going to rock with him. He's our first baseman. I forgot about him. His durability and fielding aren't great, but he can hit. So we'll lock him up, or sign him. Feliz at short. Not a great hitter, but good fielder, good speed. So let's give him a contract. Kuehler, a starter. Great walks per 9. He might find a way into, I'm not sure into the bullpen. Excuse me, not sure into the bullpen. I mean, the rotation, maybe the bullpen, excuse me. Benitez at catcher. Ratto, we'll sign him. But let me go through all these. I'll take care of this. And then we'll move forward with the offseason, see where we're at with money and what moves we need to make. All right, so all those contracts were offered. Now we have a lot of guys who are eligible for the Rule 5 draft. So let's get that taken care of. Let's take a look at our rotation. So we're losing Hashimoto out of it. I might rock with Rod Jones, who was the #1 prospect in baseball. We also have a bunch of other good guys. He is not eligible for the Rule 5 draft. This guy is. So we got a lot of different internal options at pitchers. Chad Boggs is another good player we have. So we do have to figure out what we're going to do for that starter. I think we want to do with an internal option just because we have so many. There's no point in going and getting a free agent, you know? All right, let's just see who could be eligible for the Rule 5 draft. This guy, Matthias, is, but I don't think he's ready for the picks. I don't think anyone will take him. Gonzalez is not. Rubio is, and I like him. So let's add him to the 40-man. Whalen is actually past Silva as a second baseman. I don't know, maybe, I don't know what to do with it. I don't know. I could rock with Frank Gonzalez. I don't know. We'll figure it out what we're going to do at second base. Garrett Griffiths, that's the name. I do want to add him to the 40-man. We have a lot of really solid players. Oh, St. Aude is eligible. A great defender in left. And these guys aren't really ready. He's 29. He's not going to get taken. I think we're fine. So the guys I'm seeing that are on this, I'm not too worried about them being taken. All right. So let's see what happens. We can take a look at who's out there in free agents. Bichette. We had him. He was not good for us. He just wasn't. I mean, the best he ever hit was 250 with 21 home runs. Then he goes to Pittsburgh, hits 310, 20 home runs, 261, 20, 226 with 20. But he's always 20 home runs, and then he started hitting for average. He's had a very good career. With his defense, he's a borderline Hall of Famer. His WAR is borderline Hall of Fame, yeah. Herb Henderson. He looks really good as a closer. But we don't need anyone. We're not going to sign anyone. Scott Kingery. There's a real name. 271 career home runs. There's Hashimoto. So let's see what happens. Phillies are interested in trade. Ray Noyce or Noss. For a reliever on their end. No. Cole Roederer. He's going to the Mets. Jamal Ness is a White Sox. Herb Henderson's an Angel. Heliot Ramos is a Philly, 6-year deal. Almanzar is going to the Giants. Dakota Hudson to the Rangers. So far, no one in the American League East, and I jinxed myself. Ruiz, a reliever, is going to the Yankees. Eric O'Doul is going to the Tigers. Slattery, former guy of ours, going to the Pirates. Kingery's and Stroh. Braxton Garrett's and Met. Shane Baz and an Astro. Adrian Morajan, I know how to pronounce it. I forgot how to pronounce it. I looked it up because I was getting it wrong. Matt Manning's a Royal. Has Hashimoto signed? Yeah, okay. Who did he sign with? Did I miss it? There we go. He went to the Giants. 22 million a year. So our budget is -700. All right, so let's figure out our budget. Let's try to clear up some money. So if I trade Silva, there's 2.9 million. He's been a really good player for us, but we have internal options I can work with. Rubio can mash lefties, not for power, but for contact. 95 contact. Silva mashes rights. I mean, it could go with a between those two guys. But Whalen is really good, really solid. I might rock with Charles Whalen. So let's see, what else could we maybe save some money on? So our rotation, I mean, I could trade a guy like Lim, but he's only 25. He's had a pretty good career so far. Maybe trade a reliever who's making a little more than I need. Like, Bourbon's making 3.7. I was thinking of keeping him because we could then get a draft pick for him, but we have so many guys here. Like, if I trade him, that clears us $6 million. So let's just, let's see what we can get for prospects for this. We can get a closer, which we really don't need. I'll take him, I guess. And he's $2 million. I'm doing this as a salary dump. That one's better. Not really. Well, he's actually really good, that guy that he offered us. So Robert Barnwell, I mean, he looks really good. But he's $2 million. But he's got 3. That's a great contract. So, and you know what? I'll do it. That saves us $4 million. So right now our second baseman, I'll probably rock with Whalen, give him a chance to play every day. And then we got Rubio, and Gonzalez is down the pipe too as a big time prospect. So first base is going to be Aviles, catcher's all set. Yeah, so that gives us a little bit more money. That hasn't updated yet. Willie Calhoun's a Red Sox, a 1-year deal. Mitch Donaldson's a Tiger, from a player of ours, a 4-year deal. What's our budget? So it's actually more negative. Jeez. Crap. Do we move on from Ramirez? That's $5 million. I might just do that. We have so many pitchers. I can move on. I want to keep Lim. I like Lim more than Ramirez. He's only 1 overall less, but 2, he's also 4 years younger. The only thing I like about Ramirez is he's left-handed, but we can probably get a good time prospect for him. But our money is terrible. I'll wait till the end of the offseason. Jonathan India got traded to the Rockies for a prospect in John Daniels. Bo Burrows is going to the Indians. Juan Pablo Martinez is going to the Yankees, a 2-year deal. Michael Baez is going to the Indians. Marlon Copen, a starter for us, who is pretty good for a shortstop. Alfonso Sanchez. No, thank you. Rule 5 draft. I'm probably not going to take anyone. There's some interesting first base options, but no, I'm good. I'm good on that end. And then, yeah, man, our budget is so freaking tight. You think our owner wouldn't be this cheap with us keep winning? Open up the payroll a little bit. All right, let's see now if I trade Ramirez. Excuse me. We can get a closer, which we really don't need, and a third baseman. Scotty Steele. Ooh, I was looking at him before. He's one of the bigger prospects. I'll do that. And that saves us about $5 million. $5.5 million. So that's good. Christopher Reyes is... He's not making... Yeah, he's only making $300,000. All right, our budget's still negative. But let's go to spring training. Make sure the renewed contract is good. Yep, no one there. Okay, we'll fix that. Get rid of a couple just people. There we go. Go to spring training. So what's our budget now? Negative $600,000 a week. I'm trying to think if there's anyone we could. I don't think we can. The only thing I can think we can do is maybe change our sponsorships. So let's get rid of this per game one. Let's do per home run because we hit a bunch of home runs. 30,000 per win, 15,000 per home run, 35,000 per run. I guess we'll do those. So the regular season, get this lineup built, and just hope our budget. I'm just hoping. The only problem I'm thinking of is we won't be able to sign our draft picks, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Castilla, Lim, Reyes, Kuehler, and Castro. So Rod Jones to start the year in the minors, which I don't hate. Let him. And Gavin Javery. McCormick's not really much of a player. We need a couple more starters. Oh, they got some in AA. So I don't hate this rotation. They're young. Rado is our long man. Actually, I don't hate that move. Not a bad long man. I want Archie Bradley to be the closer just for sentimental. We only have one lefty in the pen. That's something we might need to work on. We don't really have any in. We have Ed Alexander, potential guy who could come up. But let's get this lineup set. So they have O'Leary leading off. Actually, don't hate that. Bruno bat second. Vlad, Delgaudio, Rudy Brennan bat fifth. We'll give it a try. Let's give it a try. Whalen's going to be our second baseman. It's going to be... Where is our first baseman? Why is he in minors? I don't know. I will send down... We have to send down someone probably... Who to send down? Stoddard can only play second, third, and short. Griffiths can only play third, so we'll send down Griffiths. Please have options. He does. All right, so first base is Aviles. Yeah, that's not a bad ladder. We're mixing it up. We always did. No, I'm going to go back to it. We're just going to go what always has worked. Bruno, Rudy, Vlad, Delgaudio. That's our lineup. If it works, don't break what's not broken. Don't change what's not broken. Something like that. Right, Juno? Drop a like for her. Not for me, for her. She always wants to be in these videos, guys. I know you like her. Who wouldn't? Alright, let's get this set. And where is Rudy? I mean, where is Bruno? Is Bruno on the... He is on the bench. Really interesting. Alright, that's taken care of. I'll fix that at the beginning of the next episode. Brooke Ka, I'll have him, let's have him be our backup. I'm not as high on him as I was before, so he can be our backup. He'll still play a little bit, but not as much. So let's take a look, a couple things. Top prospects, we're going to have the number 1, yep, with Rod Jones. Frank Gonzalez is number 5. We got Brooke Ka somehow at 13. I'm not high on him, though. Where is Sky Steele that we traded for? There he is. He's at 22. Nelson Monroe's at 23. Machias is 25 years old. Is at 25. Anthony Masters. Okay, I like him. He's at 35. Luis De La Cruz is at 38. We have a confirmed system. Calhoun is 25 years old. I'm not high on him. He's at 42. Pedro Diaz and Castillo, a couple 24-year-olds at the bottom of that. So this guy looks good. Bartolo Hernandez, he's only 19. I like seeing these guys who are like young who are on this list because you know they're going to be studs. We should be ranked near the top. Yep, whoa. 8th in power, 1st in pitching, 1st in speed, 2nd in defense. Since when do I build a good defensive team? And I guess we'll do this. Some of the newer guys. Where did we get... I want to see. So we got Gil Castro in the 2nd round of 2025, and we got Kuehler in the 3rd round, and Simmons in the 5th round. That was a good draft. We got 3 big leaguers. Stoddard was a 1st-round pick for us. Didn't really work out. Where did we get... Rado was an 8th, or not 8th round, but our 8th pick in the draft in 2023, and he's in the bigs. There's a long man. Tom Lim was the 7th pick, and he's been a starter for us for a while. Charles Williams was a 3rd round pick in 2021. So there you go. There's our second baseman. Bruno in 2018, our first pick in the whole franchise, has just been a stud. All right, I think that's it for the video, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. Regular season will be the next episode. I will see you then. Take it easy. Peace.